What do you do when you're co-teaching with another facilitator and in the middle of the workshop or the retreat or whatever, the dynamic you have starts to implode and it's affecting teaching your audience? My name is Reid from ReidAboutSex.com, also the creator of SexGeekSummerCamp.com, and when I'm wearing the green shirt, this is business advice, and this is the amazing Kamala from KamalaDevi.com, workshop leader, author, mom, and you've taught with tons of different people. So this is why I want your advice on this.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're teaching, for whatever reason, you didn't realize that you had personality issues. It's happening live and it starts to implode. Advice.
Yeah, so a lot of that could look a lot of different ways, and when one is triggered and trying to teach, it's like all of a sudden you get hijacked and you can't, can't even deliver. And one of the ways I know I've actually taught and been totally comfortable and watched my co-teacher get triggered and just start to shrink and wither. Oh, it's heartbreaking because it's like, what's going on? And I was the one triggering them.
Yeah.
And so the what to do in that moment is have in your back pocket, here's an exercise, turn to a partner, let's do a little partner share, and you turn to your partner, which is your co-teacher.
And you go, what the fuck?
And you go, I love you. I love you. I want to make you shine. I recognize that we're not in sync. How can we get connected right now? And it's really not about looking bad and figuring out, looking back and being like, what did I do bad? What did I do wrong? It's more like, right now we've got the reins of this and we have to turn it around. How do we make the most of it? And it's always like, get in touch with what you love about that person.
Yeah.
Bring that out in them. Remind them, specifically, this is what makes you so unique. This is why I chose you to co-teach.
So it's like a huge appreciation club sandwich.
Yeah, that's right.
And that would also refocus you on why you're teaching with them in the first place.
And when you're on stage, don't focus on the sandwich part, the meat where you're supposed to give
the
someone.
Upgrade.
You
needs
process
to be
that
all
later. It's
all appreciation.
Look, we're gonna totally turn this around. We're gonna rock the end of this workshop, and if you can't do that in the length of one exercise, you're like, okay, you turn to the group and say, we're going to take a little break now. And then you guys see how much you can love each other up till you can shine on stage.
Got it. That's really good advice.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is a lot of educators who come to Sex Geek Summer Camp, we've all, or even just workshop junkies, we've all been there when we saw the co-facilitators basically having their relationship fight in front of everybody and what that can do to
It's so hard as a participant. You're like, mommy and daddy are fighting. Yeah, it's bad.
So for sex educators, sex positive entrepreneurs, which you are one, they know about camp. I'm also running other events like Sex Geek Conservatory and such not, so you can find those all at ReidAboutSex.com or SexGeekSummerCamp.com. What offerings do you have or things that would be really useful for facilitators?
Well, a quick invitation to Polypalooza. And this year it's going to be more of a Tantra Polypalooza, whether you're poly or not. It's an incredibly sex-positive experience at Club Hedonism in Jamaica.
Yeah, and this is in 2016. So if you're watching this later in the world,
Polypalooza will likely be going on since it's been going on for 6 years.
Yeah, and they can find that out at KamalaDevi.com.
That's great. And the reason I invite you to it is because I think that sex educators really need to not just network, but also play and have peermanship, and it's a place to just really run wild. Yeah.
And then last but not least, and I haven't asked you this in a while, Tantra Theater, is that still is that still ongoing?
Yes, we have a tantratheater.tv with hours and hours of footage, and we also this year are doing a queer gender bending thing. So
if you're interested in performance or performance art or even improv and you're around the San Diego area, or you're just curious via the interwebs, Tantra.
If you're not interested in theater and you're a sex educator and you're and you're a teacher or facilitator, get interested in theater. Because theater games are they're not only expand your consciousness but your presentation style, and I highly recommend you just get over your aversion and get your butt into different characters and acting and playing.
Which is also, for me, go to ReidAboutSex.com, type into the search bar conservatory, and then you'll find out about my 3-day event, which is all about public speaking and finding your authentic self as a presenter.
Fantastic.
And these things make a good pair.
Yeah.
Leave your comments below. What would you do if you're co-teaching with somebody and it is imploding? Or hit subscribe. Do both. Bye. I hope this business geekery was useful for you. If you'd like to continue with the brain sex, click on subscribe up here. If you want to follow me on social media, right here, ladies and gentlemen, next video below. And if you'd like your very own Sex Geek Summer Camp t-shirt, then just click right here, right now.